constitution is marks of some level of criminality. But how then do we deal with it? You understand that? Now somebody will say a chief cannot be actually brought to court for some of these things because they also have certain rules and regulations binding their institution. So at sometimes I'm very confused. So I agree totally with General Nunu Mensah saying that it's about time we actually looked at the chieftaincy institution very well, because it looks as if it's now things are getting out of hand. Because from the look of things, if we don't take care, this situation seems very little on our hands, but it can degenerate into a very big inferno, which is not handled well.
There's supposed to be a separation of chieftaincy from politics. Do you see that happening?
Ideally, that's supposed to be the case, but it's not the case now. The politicians have waded into chieftaincy institutions. I think examples can be cited as what is happening in Accra, respect to the Gamanche, Gabon, where politicians have waded into areas that they ought not to have waded into. You understand that? And sometimes we behave like ostriches. And I'm not doing politics, but you know where I'm driving to. You understand that? Look at what happened in Gabon.
I'm sure Sammy would have some sort of reaction. You can.
I'm not mentioning any parties. You understand that? Look at what happened in Gabon.
Okay.
A pure chieftaincy issue, and we saw people on campaign platforms making noise about it. How you come, you do this. You see, when you bring politics into chieftaincy institution, you muddy the waters. So I believe in handling this issue, Ghanaians, we should all come on board and find a very ideal way of marrying our chieftaincy institutions with that of our constitutional rule. I don't think it's only in Ghana that we have this type of chieftaincy issues. When you go to Japan, recently, one of their what is the name? Yeah, he came to visit us. When you go to Norway, they have it. Even UK. The Queen is there, but I think her role, Saudi Arabia and co. For instance, in UK, the role of the Queen has been specified for her. So there's nothing like the Queen getting trouble with the government. You understand that? But in our case, it's not. In Ghana, it's not the case. It looks as if the line has not been clearly drawn between the powers of the chiefs as against what they are supposed to do. So I believe it's about time we dealt into it deeply so that we can find very favorable solutions to it.
Okay, Samuel Jemfi.
Good evening, and good evening to all listeners of Focus FM 94.3. So I must confess that as this chieftaincy hula baloo erupted in the Ghanaian media, I have been very reluctant to comment on it due to certain complexities and certain and how delicate the issues are. But today I've decided to delve into some aspects of the issue to help all of us, because I quite remember what President Obama said when he came to Ghana and when he visited and when he was addressing the House. He made mention of the fact that the youths of today should take the destiny of this nation into our hands and call our leaders to order when they are going wrong. And so it is against this backdrop that I deem it fit to comment on this matter. First of all, I think that I've not had the privilege to listen to the Techimai Omahine side regarding this issue. But now the obvious truth is that he indulged in a criminality and illegality, for that matter, kidnapping, masterminding the kidnapping of a fellow chief and the further brutalization of the chief. I think that is criminal and that is illegal, and we need to condemn that with all the force that we can gather. Talking about Otumfuo's Osei-Tutu, I call him King Solomon, his response, or if you like, reaction to the issue, I think that it was in good faith But you see, you can understand the emotions and the anger which was associated with it, because the Tubodom Mahine is, should I say, yes, it's like a son. It's like his son. And so if something happens to your son like that, it's like somebody touching your eye. And so I could understand how emotional he was about it. The only statement that I found problematic was when he threatened that when the government does do not ensure that the rules are being enforced, and people who perpetrated that act were brought to book, he was also going to make sure that he would retaliate. You understand? I think that was the only unfortunate. But as I said, we can all understand. Bearing in mind that the Utumfo now handles the Dabon issue, trying to ensure that peace reign in that part of the country. His role and his behavior in this matter is of great significance to the country, because people are watching how he deals with issues like this in his own courtyard. And I think that over the years he has conducted himself in a very professional and a matured way that we need not contemplate about his credibility or his ability to solve issues like that. I think that he should just calm down a bit and allow things to go on in the right way. Having said that, I think that it is also very worthy to commend the government, especially His Excellency Professor John Evans Atta-Mills, for the swift and decisive act he took. I mean, this is no politics. We must all commend him. When the issue broke up, though nothing official was sent to the presidency, whether it was a rumor or not, whether it was a media report or not, he acted very swiftly by sending the security coordinator, not the security coordinator,
National Security Advisor,
Brigadier Nudu Mensah. Thank you, my brother, for the correction. And some key figures in the party and government.
I'm told from here they are going to the Bronga Half region.
Yeah. I
am back in Accra.
Okay.
They are there. Right. So I think that delegation was a powerful one, and it helped. And it has really, as the Utumfo said, it has really showed that the president is very concerned with the needs and the concerns of these two powerful chiefs. Having said that, we need, though it is an undeniable fact that chieftaincy institutions in Ghana here have over the years been losing its value, we can't also downplay their relevance. Oh please, Rashid, you are disturbing me.
Go ahead.
Their relevance in development, so far as development is concerned in this nation. You see, chiefs are agents of development and change.
You have 1 minute.
Sociologically, there is no doubt about that, and I think that they must make sure they live up to that expectation. Let's not also forget that Ghana is now a unitary and a republican state, and we are being governed by one document, that's the Constitution, and that Constitution mandates us or makes it obligatory on our part to uphold the tenets of democracy that we've all agreed to go by. And I think that in this I'm referring to the politicians, that the politicians should stop playing politics with this matter, that this government did what, this government didn't do this. I think that one will not help. I'm also appealing to the security agencies to make sure that they enforce the laws and make sure that people who indulge themselves into criminalities, kidnapping and other assault cases are brought to order to serve as a deterrent. Can we just 30 seconds to make sure that nobody is above the law? And I want to also sound a very serious caution to the youth and the media. You, the media, must make sure or must know that when it comes to issues like this, it's not all things that we need to air on the radio waves. Certain things are confidential and certain things are very bogus that you need not even give it any recognition at all, because it will spark tensions and inflame passions which will not augur well for the peace and democracy of an issue. I just want to end by saying that the government, the security agencies and the House of Chiefs should be up and doing in this matter and make sure that peace reigns at last. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Finally to Rashid Etiafu. Rashid, why are you smiling?
I'm a little bit happy.
Okay.
That is great. I met someone outside before coming, so naturally I'm supposed to be happy. Naturally.
Maybe we cannot guess.
I met SQ Upon. before coming. So
okay.
naturally, I'm supposed to be happy.
Okay.
Good evening to you, President. Actually, chieftaincy. I don't normally love to comment on chieftaincy issues.